Welcome back, everybody. This is Eric here from Iraq Veteran 8888, and you're watching Q&A Sunday, episode 21. Enjoy.
What's up, guys? It's John, and it is time once again for Q&A Sunday, the show where I answer your gun and gear questions from all over social media. We've been doing this for 21 weeks now. 21! And it's been awesome, guys. You guys have been submitting some amazing questions and kind of racking my brain for answers and participating. It's been really, really cool. So I appreciate you guys participating and enjoying the show with me. It's been a lot of fun so far. I want to say two things real quick. There was not a video earlier this week. You know, I try to put up at least one video during the week and the Q&A Sunday for you guys. This week was a little bit different. I found out my mother has cancer, and this week she had surgery to remove that, and we're hoping for the best at this point. Things look really, really good so far, but that is why I was at the hospital. I was taking care of my mother. And, that's why I didn't get a video out this week. I'm sure you guys will understand. On a slightly different note, you guys have been seeing these intros that I'm putting on Q&A Sunday with guys like James Yeager and Eric and Four Guys Guns so far. And I want to give you all an opportunity to put your faces out there. I think this will be a lot of fun. So if you want to make an intro to Q&A Sunday that features you, go ahead and make one starting at episode 22. That's next week's episode. You can post it on your YouTube channel. You can post it on Facebook. You can even post it on Instagram. I'll find a way to download it off of there. If you want to be in the front of one of my shows, in front of Q&A Sunday, go ahead and make that intro. I think it'll be a lot of fun. Obviously, you kind of get the formula for what you need to say. You can say your name. This is Q&A Sunday and the episode number. Try to make it interesting so that if you guys are going to post it, I'm not going to post something lame where you're just like staring at a table or something like that. Keep it fun, guys. So Q&A Sunday intros, go ahead and send me links, send me posts, whatever, and I'll smash them in front of the show. Now, as always, we're giving away a small prize pack to the person that submitted the best question from last week's show, and that was Joe File for his question about mini shells, 12-gauge mini shells, and you guys love that question. So, Joe, get me your information. I'll get you out a prize pack this week, brother. Now, moving into this week's show, I want to address a question that has been asked a whole bunch of times, and I have yet to be able to answer. Weapon lights. Guys, I don't answer questions about weapon lights because I don't know anything about weapon lights. I have some opinions, but I'm not an expert. I'm not well-versed in it, so I'm not going to go ahead and give out bad information. I was asked, by somebody that said, hey, I haven't seen this. What do you think of X weapon lights? And I said, the reason I don't answer those is because I don't really feel comfortable answering those questions. I don't know a lot about them. So, that's why those have been left out. Moving right along, we have a Facebook question from Ben Brown, and he wanted to know, what do I look for in a gun shop? It's quite simple, really. It's the same thing that you would look for in a restaurant, a store, anything where you're spending money. You're going to want these same things. You want a good selection, of course. You want good prices, but above all else, you want good customer service. If a gun store, in this case, has bad customer service, you're not going to want to shop there. The prices could be rock bottom, but if the guys behind the counter are jerks, you're not going to want to come back. So that's the biggest thing. Customer service, customer service, customer service. Obviously, the knowledge is a big part of it with gun stores because it's a very specific store. However, above all else, customer service has to reign supreme. The guy could be completely new to guns, but if he's one of the best salespeople ever, best sales associates, whatever, and he's treating you like a king, then you're probably going to come back. So, good prices, good selection, knowledge, and customer service. Instagram user Wilson_Wagner wanted to know, what about the M14? He was saying that people love the ARs, AKs, Tavors now. What about the Mini 14? And I'll tell you this much. My opinion on the Mini 14 is that it just doesn't fit. It's not super accurate. The parts available are kind of hokey, and the mags are priced out of this world. Absolutely out of this world. The reason that the Tavor and all these other rifles do so well is because they're drastically different and the magazines and accessories are cheap and plentiful. To me, the Mini 14 is not applicable in that category. Obviously, Ruger tried to do something with it with the AC556, the full auto version of it. However, I just don't think it's got the teeth to step up and be comparable to those rifles. I think there's too many proprietary parts. You know, it's just not cool enough, really. I mean, really, it's just not cool enough. And our last question this week is from Militaristics on YouTube, and he wanted to know, what about my SHTF, for those of you that know what that means? What about those guns? What would I take and why? That's hard to say, because how am I taking them somewhere? Am I taking them in a vehicle? Do I have the ability to bring tons of ammo? I mean, obviously the most realistic way to put it is the most versatile guns. I mean, there's so many variables in that SHTF scenario that it's hard to say. You know, in some cases, sure, you'd want to take a 22 so you can take tons of ammo if you're leaving. Or some cases you would want to take an AR-15 because that's, you know, so versatile and you can swap uppers and that sort of thing. And then you could take a shotgun because, you know, you've got so many different types of ammunition. You can do field expedient loads, wax slugs, and, you know, shooting anything you can pretty much shove down the barrel. I mean, there's so many variables, it's hard to say, but at the core, a good pistol, you know, like my HK-45, I love that thing, with good ammunition. The standard AR-15, you know, 5.56 AR, that would be up there, as well as a shotgun. Pump action shotgun for sure. Those are kind of my core ideas, but like I said, there's so many variables. I mean, it's so hard to say. It's hard to say, this is what I take. And to be quite honest with you, I'm not sure that I would just take off and go somewhere unless I absolutely needed to. I've got a home that allows me to keep food and shelter and all kinds of other supplies. So why would I just up and eject from that because things got a little wacky? I mean, unless I'm being invaded by some other country or absolutely had to fall back from a front line, then I'm not sure I would just pick up and leave. I think that kind of mentality is a little goofy. So that's it for this week's show, guys. You know, I wanted to explain a couple things up front of the show and give you an opportunity to submit your own intro. You can also post your own questions. And please, guys, this week, do me a favor and share this video. I want to see if we can get a whole bunch of people watching Q&A Sunday. That would be amazing. And then next week, we'll get your faces in there in the intro, and that'll be even better. It'll be so cool. So, guys, as always, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Thank you all for watching. You know I appreciate it. We'll see you soon.
Remember, guys, you can support the channel more by going to patreon.com/I'mWithChaos.